So I was reading this book, which is not a book that I ever thought I would have a chance to read or need to read, a book about drinking, and I realized that I had serious problems, and I also found out something else, that the problems that I'm talking about are problems that frequently run in families. And so if I'm talking to my grandchild or my son or a cousin or something like that, I'm talking to someone who should be interested. Alcoholism is an issue that people think of as a moral issue. There's a lot more to it than that. There's a lot that has to do with physical dependence that has nothing to do with your particular desire or your strength of will. It has to do with stuff that your head is doing to you and you have no clue.
Jesus turned water into wine.
Jesus turned water into wine, and Jesus is a great help in this type of thing. The spiritual factor in recovering from alcoholism is hard to ignore, and for many of us, that's a very major part of it. I'm not going to say it's absolutely necessary, but for many of us, that's the route that we follow on this journey. It's a journey, like everything else. I'm in a journey, you're in a journey. I don't know where this journey is going to end. I have no
I'll
idea.
drink to that.
No, you won't. No, you won't. Not if you're listening to me. But if you do drink, just have one. And if you find you can do that, cool. But if you do drink and find out that you want to have another, and even though you said, I'm really only going to have one, you do have that next one, and then you have another one, maybe you should think about it. And maybe you should think, is this something that I can stop myself? Or do I need that other power? Do I need God? Do I need Jesus?
I was thinking if I had one scotch a day, but what if I had a really, really, really big glass?
You're playing games with yourself, aren't you? Sure, have one glass. Have an 8-ouncer. See if that's the only one you have. I doubt it. I doubt it.
It's no laughing matter, is it?
You need to be honest with yourself.
Mm.
And if you aren't honest with yourself, you'll never overcome it. But if you're able to look at yourself and say, this is what I'm doing, and I don't seem to be able to control it, then, if you can accept that, you may be on the road to recovery. That's the story.
I think you're the wisest man with the coolest hat in Boston.
I'm a foolish hat. It's a good hat.
And we thank you very much.
You're welcome.